Alright guys, here's day 4 of my test. Now, first thing you'll notice is the water is very dirty. Alright, so we're going to be inspecting these knives, and I have macro mode on, so hopefully that helps. But before I start the video, I want to get out some common questions I've gotten since I've started doing this test that have absolutely nothing to do with H1 steel rusting or anything. It's just about what's in the background. First off, this thing in the background is something I made in woodshop, and it is a little bank. It's a coin bank. And it was just a project, woodshop project. See, there's my initials, JS. Then you got the little slot for your coins, and then it has a post office, a vintage post office door. Alright, so let me put the combination in here. And you can see, I open it up, and I have just stuff that obviously I would keep money together in. Paper clip, one of those dealios, and my 2 money clips, which I sometimes use. An old cheapo, I don't remember where I got this one from. I have my titanium clip, which I love, and occasionally if I have a wad of cash in my pocket, which is rare, that's what I'll use. So anyway, that's one thing. Everyone, I'm getting a lot of messages about it, and some people have these. It's a very common project to do. I mean, a lot of kids make that in woodshop, and sometimes people just make them at home and they sell them at craft stores and stuff. So that's that. The other thing is about the Zippos. Here's a regular size Zippo, okay, a real Zippo. Here's a larger Zippo, and yes, it's functional. It's not a real Zippo. There's no fluid in it, but it is functional. Okay, and then here's King Daddy, which again, not real Zippo brand, but it is functional, just there's no fluid in it. I have videos on this in the past, but a lot of people are new to the channel, so they just wanted to see what the deal is with that. Just search cutlerylover Zippo to find more information on those. I do have videos on them. So, now that that's out of the way, let's talk business here. Alright, so yeah, there's dirty water. Obviously there's some rusting going on, so let's inspect and see what's up here. I got the cheapo knife. Just going to take these out for a second and dry them. Being very careful. They are sharp. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this water. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave the water as is right now. I'm just going to add more salt to it. That's all. Someone, actually a couple people said that I should really have 2 separate jars, because I'm getting cross-contamination, and the rust that might appear on the cheap knife is going to go over to the Spyderco. And at first I thought, you know what, that's a good idea, maybe I'll grab new jars, and I thought, you know what difference does it make? It's advertised that H1 steel does not rust, period. It doesn't say it has to be by itself, it can't be by rusty metal, so it doesn't really matter. The more contamination the better, in my opinion. So anyway, let me dry these off. Bring the camera back down a little bit. Alright, first we'll look at the Spyderco. Okay, again, macro mode's on. If it doesn't work, I have my jeweler's loop here. Let's see. It's not going to work. I don't know why. Oh, no, it's a little better. There we go. Alright, I guess it's working fine. Okay, so you can see the blade has absolutely no rust whatsoever. Even the spine now appears to be dirty, but when I just wipe it, it just wipes off. There's nothing actually wrong or rusted or discolored or anything with the blade itself. Sorry for the glare. Alright, let's look at the hardware here. I'll grab the jeweler's loop for this. You can see the hardware. No rusting. Look at the back spacer here. Just a little wet, but there's no rust at all. And in all those little grooves, the jimping, nothing. Alright. Spyderco knife, fully functional. no rust at all. Alright, so now we have the cheapo knife, which is rusty, slightly. Alright, let's take a look at this. Well, first thing you can notice, rust wiped off the towel here. Alright, again, macro mode. Alright, you can see a little rust towards the tip there. Just surface rust. As I turn it, you see a lot on the spine of the blade. Little speckling on the back. Okay, let's look at the hardware. Some speckling, surface rust. Nothing on the pin there. Back spring. Very little. Nothing to write home about. There's a lot of crap though in there. This knife was brand new. So yeah, we're getting the beginning of rust on this knife. It's also gritty. And opening and closing. I don't know if you can hear that. Very gritty. Nothing. Smooth as glass. Perfect lockup. Lockup's still nice and solid on this, but very gritty. What that grit is the rust that formed on the interior in that pivot area. So hopefully you can hear that. Anyway, that's all. Knives go back in the jar of contamination. And actually, you know what? No. I'm just going to flip them upside down, but I still want those blades kind of half in, half out. So now it's just some dirty water. Hang on just a second. Alright, how to grab the salt. Yes. Pretty extreme salty conditions here. Alright, let me take these knives out for a second. I use the Spyderco to stir it up. Alright, so there we go. Dirty, disgusting water with rust bits floating around in there. Bits of plastic or whatever fell off the cheap knife. And still in there. More salt. So that will continue to sit and sit and sit until I feel satisfied with this this test. So that's all. Just an update on the Spyderco H1 is it or is it not rust proof test. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.